Hello team, good afternoon. It's me Jay Song and we're going to get into some price maps. First we're going to cover XRP because that's our primary focus in Chartroom on Telegram. And I want you to know before we begin, nothing you hear or see is financial advice of any kind. Neither should it be treated as trading advice. Everything you see is just for entertainment, comedic, and educational purposes only. Bear in mind that I eat red crayons for breakfast and sometimes I get a tummy ache, but I continue eating them because they're so darn delicious. And if you eat red crayons, you're probably going to vomit, get sick, and experience severe side effects. So please read between the lines and don't be crazy. Okay. Now, as per our last analysis on the videos that we have been doing, we drew these two blue lines. And if you've been following my tradings, then you know that this blue line is part of the phantom, okay? Phantom family, what I call a phantom line. Now, what I did was I connected the cores of the bottom of these, not that one, of these lines down here, and that right here connecting the lowest points, and that gives me here this top here, and that's the angle we're looking at. And the better and more accurate you can draw, the better you're going to see that angle. And then you just draw that into the future. If price ever comes down below this line, that line becomes the new roof. But if price comes up above, normally that's the new roof, and we can come down like that. But every so often, something very special happens. If price is extra strong, it will actually break through that line and come back down. And if you look very carefully, you can see that's exactly what price has done in the correct range. So we have this range that is here, and price came up, sat right on top of it, and also spiked all the way down and sat on that line. And that's what's been happening since. So this is a daily chart, and again, like I always say, each one of these charts represents one day. When we had a hard close on here, that's a high likelihood that the next bar is going to be an up bar. And sure enough, that's what's happening today. I believe we're still going up to this area, but per my previous analysis, I believe we're actually pressing through and going to be making it through this area. And I think we're going to sit on this line somehow and come up. And it could be very quick. It doesn't have to last until August 22nd, but I'm just letting you know that's the shape that I'm looking for. Okay? My first target that I really have is $1.2751. After that, I think price will come down for a rest and decide what it's going to do. And it may come back down to this dynamic line. But you need to bear in mind, this is a dynamic line because if price hits it right now, it's $1.114.54. But if price hits it tomorrow, that line is actually lowered to $1.42. $1.1422, and so forth and so on as we get all the way down to here, $1.08. So you need to bear in mind when you're looking at lines that are actually moving, we consider a dynamic. So right now I have it just there at $1.1487. Now, if you're putting sell areas that you always want to, and you're exiting the markets, you always want to exit just a little bit below to be on the safe side. That's my habit. That I do if I have a target, because sometimes you won't get fulfilled, but sometimes you'll make it. You'll get fulfilled definitely, and you'll just blow right through those lines. Which I think that's what's going to happen on these lines now. Okay, so if you're wondering how I got those lines, again, if I turn on the setting called logarithmic here in the bottom right hand corner, click the logarithmic button, it's going to give me this view, which is a more balanced view of price, and I connected these top parts in the core area. So if you're still unfamiliar, please watch some of my other videos that usually have the word tutorial in them, because when you see that, I spend a lot of time teaching you some of these principles. So you will have to go and study some of my methods, but I want to spend this time to go quickly through some of the maps that we have. And then tomorrow we'll be getting into some other coins that have been special requested. And bear in mind, we do well, let's continue. So I think we're going to get a push through, and it might be tonight. It might be in just a few more hours we'll actually hit that. It could be before the end of this video. before the time the video reaches you. But because Bitcoin had a similar line and it bunched through and sat on top of that line, that's a sign of strength. I think that XRP is going to have no problem because the formation and the pattern and the setup for XRP is a lot better than how Bitcoin's is. XRP is like the perfect example of the type of curve that I wanted. So I really think that XRP has what it takes to press through those numbers and to hit our target. And so that's what I have for you on XRP on the daily charts. When I look on XRP on the 4-hour charts, I didn't really see anything worth really noting. If I turn back on regular, you can see that price is actually set right on top of that blue line pretty nicely. But because it actually, well, it didn't really sit on it. It actually just came down and kissed it with the spikes. When you see price doing that, it's usually a bullish sign. Because otherwise if it's just acting regular, just setting up, it's going to hard close on there. But when we're kissing, that means price is just not ready to sit on these lines very long. So price came up, set on that line, and then it's ready to go back up. Okay, guys, so just keep that in mind. And I didn't really see anything on the lower time frame, so I'm not going to bother with those ones. Let's go on to Bitcoin. Okay, team, on Bitcoin, August 11th, this was a 4-hour chart that we had. I had posted these targets of 48,951, and at that time we were around the range of 45,000. And then if we go back down to today, we are now well past the 45,000, back up into this range where we're coming close. We are currently at 47,700, and we'll be on our way. We should be hitting that 48,991 level very soon. Once we reach there, we would be looking for a new analysis. We'd be looking for a new setup, but I want to see how price handles the $48,000 line. This one is kind of a big deal. That area is kind of a big deal. However, coming into that range, we have major support of this teal line, and that line was part of the. This one was part of the daily lines. Actually, if you turn on logarithmic, we can see that this is actually perfect. See how we have that bounce? And this is why you should be watching these kind of views. Up and down, right there. Do you see it? Once we kiss that line and the support, we got that big, nice curve, and then boom, we're free to go up. You understand? This is the kind of curves I like. And if you want some more tutorials about these things, please watch my video. It's one of my preview videos channels. When you click on the channel link, it's called $120 XRP. I take some time and really give some tutorials about that. I think the part 1 is actually called, it's not listed as part 1, but it's actually, I think it's called XRP Y11 need arcs, or Y11 need arcs, because that has to do with the curves. When we get these nice setups, price is really free to continue where it should be going. So be watching for that. When we get to that date, we might be experiencing a retracement. We'll probably do some more analysis on this tomorrow. But for right now, that's the current target price that I can calculate with Bitcoin. Okay, team. Before we continue into XLM, I want to invite you to make sure you click on the subscribe button. You can click on the channel. It'll look something like this. If you go to our About page, here's the links to chart membership. And then you can just click on that link. Here you'll see under our videos a list of all the videos that I have posted, so you can be looking for some of the ones that say tutorial, and you can learn a lot about how to draw on price and how I understand price action, and it can help you really get caught up in your own skills, whatever method of technical analysis you use, or whatever level of trader you are. You can use these kind of skills in any charts. So go ahead and do that. Click on About. You can click on JSON chart membership and click on that link, and it's going to take you to Patreon. and then it's going to lead you to this page. And what's going to happen is you can click on become a Patreon. It does take a donation of any dollar amount. It can be $1, it can be $1,000, it can be $1,000,000, whatever you like. But you'll see, you'll get access to exclusive charts that only are offered on our Patreon page. I'll continue to give free XRP charts and free Bitcoin charts on our Telegram chart room community room. So go ahead and join that link there. But you'll be able to see my price maps along with some commentary. You'll see special links to videos all in one place, and you can see that and quickly go through my midday map updates. I post updates sometimes in the evenings as well, and sometimes I'll record an audio, and I love to share those special messages with you guys on there. And that's also how you guys can contact me directly or send a notification. It sends me an email if you guys do contact me on there. So our team will be with you, responding to you. Here's some more content we see. Yesterday we went over crude. This morning, I actually believe I posted up for crude oil on the monthly, weekly, and daily charts, as well as some of my targets. So go ahead and check out that. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. And then also don't forget to join our community room, which we have here. Right now we have 336 members, 43 online. At the moment, we just have a great time. There's a lot of fun conversation, a lot of friends, a lot of knowledgeable people. And then every now and then I'll put some of these silly polls out, which we're going to go over tomorrow in a new segment called See You at the Polls. Today's poll question is, what should we do for our 1,000th subscriber on YouTube? And the options I gave was a Tahiti vacation, or at the spa day, another YouTube video, a bunch of bananas, one extra life, like on Mario, weight loss magazine, an autograph subscription from our very own Mr. Sully himself. He's one of our admins and my first mate on the ship. Bean and cheese case of Dillas, or a box of crayons. And so you can go ahead and join, vote. We sometimes have I put out strange quizzes, and you can see everybody's answers. But we go over some of those things, and just a lot of great conversation, and along with charts, and people are constantly sharing their own charts. And that's where you can also practice your skills and ask others, hey, is this correct? Or, do I see this? Am I drawing that right? And then just share in the community. And all that really helps when navigating through price. So I challenge you guys to take a look at that. As our team is growing, we really appreciate your love gifts and your donations. Gosh, I can't tell you how I'm grateful and humble I am at the many people signing up, and we're so grateful for that. So I wanted to tell you thank you from my heart. Let's get into XLM. All right, if we come over to XLM on the chart room, you can see that I was posting targets here and setups. I had said that this was a nice curve on top of a phantom, so this was a very good support, and we were looking to go up. I had wrote that XLM has arched over nicely on top of support, its phantom support area. As I explained in my other videos, these are the curves I desire the most. These allow prices to stay higher and build up, much longer than normal runs straight up, which can be short-lived. But when price arches and bounces off that support, it's a perfect bounce, as it lets the whole world know that support happened. If you're new to trading, this is only something seen in hindsight, but for a seasoned, it's something to be expected. Imagine to jump off a diving board to make a big splash. When you have to first jump high and land on the supporting board. If you don't arch and come down, you won't be able to go up higher easy. But if you can do a bounce very high off that support point, if it holds, then you can jump really high. And so this was August 3rd. And when we saw this nice long curve, that's what I was really expecting with XLM. Now let's fast forward to today. Okay, so XLM, as of August 13th, 2021, has hit its target. And again, this is the target that we called a while back. So this is on a daily chart, and here we are at 36,047. So that's really good. That's really good. That's exciting news. We just hit it just today, and let's see how long ago we hit it. We just hit it in the last, I think this morning. So this is really, really good. Now, if price is going to, this doesn't mean sell. Um, for those people who are in there, they may want to take profit at that point. However, I would actually wait for a change in behavior if I was you. And so when that happens, we start drawing trend lines and we can see what's going on. So let's do some drawing and see what we can find. First thing my eyes notice is that we're in a parabolic. This is good for higher prices. And what I did was I just connected the bottoms that I can see with my eyes in a very balanced way. If I'm just drawing those cores, about right there is balance. So price is looking pretty balanced. We would expect two things. Either price is going to hit this point again, this roof, like it's a roof, and then come down. Or price will challenge that roof one more time, push through, and it may have to sit on this yellow line one more time and then push through. And that's good. That's a possibility. The other possibility is it can get squeezed out into that point and then try and spike up and come down. So you want to be paying attention to that. And if you want to draw these lines, these are on logarithmic. I draw them on logarithmic. Let's see if we can draw it on regular. Yes, you can draw this on regular chart. So even if you have a normal charting software, this is a 4-hour chart on XLM. So go ahead and draw that line and then the next line you're going to be drawing is at our price target. Again, where's that? What's the price? Here, let's 36.47. Let's move it all close so you can all see that. And I'm going to make that big. If you're driving in your car, you probably shouldn't be watching YouTube videos. But if you're just listening to me, then I suppose I won't be so hard on you. 36,047. We just hit that target. Now, if we go up above this, which we may, then I would be looking for price to consolidate at least at 36,000. I would want price to touch 36,000. Even if we come up, I want to come back down to that area. And we need to sit and we need to rest because price has had a big bull run. And we called these targets a long time ago. So if you have been in XLM, you should have made that profit. Right now, we're going to come up to some chop or some other areas. And this is the areas we're going to be coming and fighting against now. Look at this. This is a lot of up and down, up and down. Look at it very carefully. It's this, it's this, it's this, and this too. So we have a kind of a big range that price needs to beat. And in a way, it's already beaten those lines, but we're coming up to that. And this is a good shape. If we're going to pass through this, this is what we'd want to do. We'd want to have that nice curve. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Right now, we're just looking to see if we can get up into that fighting range. And if we can get into that fighting range, well, let's keep watching. We'll do another analysis tomorrow. All right, and finally for today, let's do XDC. Now, let's go back into why I think this analysis is correct. So I drew this parabolic right here, and then what I did was I phantomed out. I duplicated this line, and I put it on top of here at the core area underneath that red line. And I didn't put on top because I see all the spikes, and I think that's an interrupting bar. But when I did, you can see that price came all the way up to this parabolic phantom. Now, this is an advanced move, but I draw it anyway. So I'm just follow me, watch what I'm doing. So price came all the way up to, what is this? 16 cents. Yesterday came all the way to 16 cents. And I'm sorry, 17 cents came all the way down to 11 cents. Then today we went all the way from 11 cents all the way down, all the way up to 16 cents and came right back on that parabolic at 14 cents. So we are really reacting to that, and what that does and what that means, especially for XDC, it's very finicky. It's very finicky. It may not be the best to buy, but we did have some targets and a very high potential. And here's where we're going. What I believe we're actually headed to is 18.73, 18 cents and 18.73 cents. So we may actually come back, bounce on here, and come here, or as these, because these parabolic is closing, so we may actually play in there a little bit, or we may just go directly. But I think that it's very finicky right now. We are at the top of this parabolic, so I don't think we're gonna bust through. But if we did bust through, we would have to come and sit on top, and then we may go straight to 18 cents. So let's watch what happens. But if tomorrow, or if today, there's only 1 hour 43 cents left in today's daily candle, and this is a daily chart, if we close like this, then maybe we'll get a red candle tomorrow. So we have to watch very carefully. But again, we're coming up to week 33, which is going to be good for many cryptos, I believe, especially XRP. Tomorrow I will be doing a bunch of cryptos, and I think I'm going to have about 2 videos tomorrow. We're going to be doing a heart-to-heart video. I have many things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about week 33. So tune in tomorrow, because we are coming up to week 33. What's week 33? Week 33 is a dangerous week to be selling XRP. That's all I'll say. Along with a lot of other cryptos, because I really believe a lot of things can happen next week. And we have been receiving intel from the Intel community. We have been receiving emails from the prophetic community, and also people who are having dreams about these things. But some of the prophetic community members, especially some ones I really trust, have been reaching out to me, sharing me that there can be some very big important moves happening very soon from in the second half of the month. And I can't say a date. Okay, I haven't been allowed to say a date, but I'm letting you know from this half of the month on, it looks like we're going to experiencing some very large gains. Now, what I personally believe, I think we're actually going to be hitting around $12 XRP, and then we can see a retracement to a certain level. But I don't know how quickly these things are all going to play out, and I wanted to put a special warning to people. I want to say this before we continue. I was contacted this morning in private about a warning from one of the prophetic community members that I trust. He basically explained that it's very possible that there's going to be a flash crash spike and then right back up into that area. What do I mean? Well, it could look something like this. Let me hide these lines and I'll explain what I mean. If we were seeing that price was going up, and just say we were here, and we knew we were going to come up all the way to here. Okay, just say that's $12, and just say this is like $1. It's possible that price can slam down and come right back up, and you'll be right. But they'll take all of your stops along the way, and unless you get back in, you may miss this. There's also another warning, is that if you're over leveraged and you know we're going to hit a target, and they slam the people, the powers that be, the master manipulators on a grand scale of price are able to sell and push price down even for just a fraction of a moment and then come right back up, it's very possible that you can be margined out of your position if you're using leverage trading, because you won't be able to take that type of loss if you're maxed out on your leverage. You may be saying, yeah, we're going here, and yes, we are. But if they push price down even for just a moment or a spike, and it happens in just 1 hour, they can take you out, collect your money and your XRP for a good price, and they will tell you thank you without telling you, and then we'll continue up. These kinds of things happen in the markets, especially in the Forex. But I heard it this morning, shared with me, a warning. And I think what God is warning people is that just be careful of over leveraging yourselves during these times, because it's going to be a dangerous ride. Okay, it's going to be real dangerous. And again, something else, guys, that I want to share with you is that not only is it going to be dangerous, but there are people, as I spoke in my interview video, there are people who shouldn't be trading. There are people who shouldn't be involved in, just shadowing me right now and just taking profit and getting back in, because I'm going to be getting in and getting out, getting in and getting out. And I'm playing this thing very close to the chest. When I first started my Telegram chart room, my very first chart room, I was telling people, listen guys, there's going to come a time when I love trading, but I'm telling people not to trade. Just because it's dangerous. It's better almost to just buy, hold, and just hold on until activation of XRP. And you're going to be fine. But there are people who are joining me who are trading, a lot of people, and they're like, wow, it's very attractive to trade, and it can be fun. I'm not going to lie. Trading can be very fun. But it can be very, very dangerous. And there's people who should just be holding and not doing anything, because you know who you are. Some of you people are very, very, very much over trading. You're taking every trade you see, and you may not be a trader. And if you're just trading and you don't know what you're doing, I'm just gonna tell you right now, honestly, you're gambling. That's all you're doing. You're just gambling, just rolling it up to the dice. You should have some kind of idea of what's really happening and to stack the odds of your favor. Now you could say really anything is gambling. In a way you can. If you have a business and you say, hey, I'm going to take a chance and by moving to such and such city and opening a business, you could take a chance that people are going to walk in or they're not. And so are you taking a gamble? Yes. But where's the line of real gambling? Well, if you walk into a casino, it's just red or blue. You're either going to win or you're going to not. And so you got to know the attractiveness is that you can win a lot when you're just betting it all on red. But you can also lose a lot when you're betting it all on red. So what you do is what traders do is they make an educated decision based on either technical analysis or fundamental analysis. If you use technical analysis like I do, you have some type of idea about timing. And if you just use fundamental analysis, you may not have an idea of timing exactly, but you'll have an idea of what to really expect. Now, I use a mixture of both. I know XRP, for a fact, is built on the Interledger Protocol network, and it's going to change the world. And we're just really waiting for a flip of the switch, which I believe will happen sometime, I believe, in October, right before November. And that's or at least the first week of November, somewhere around there. That's what a lot of the intel is pointing to. And then also we have some confirmations from the prophetic community who are getting that when in their prayer time. So I'm listening to all of these things, and my data doesn't show that way one way or the other. I will say about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin, I'm expecting price to fall on the daily chart to a certain point. And when we hit that point, Bitcoin is going to launch very high based on the data and not the fundamentals, because I believe the fundamentals will expose a lot of stuff. But there's something that I'm expecting on the data, and we're actually going to cover that tomorrow. I wrote it down. We're going to cover that and why I think it's gonna go up for a time, just because of something I see building on the data, and I can't wait to share it to you. Now, I don't recommend trading Bitcoin, but I think just like a lot of coins, they follow a lot of these altcoins, some of the smaller coins, they follow what Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin is primed and ready, it's going to have up days, and then you're going to see the markets have up days. But along with, and these are all just the short terms, but along with that, you're going to see other things happening. Like if this price set has a settlement with XRP, that's going to be good for a lot of cryptos. It's going to be good for XRP. It's going to be good for the ISO 222 coins, and it's going to be good for Bitcoin because it's going to bring clarity, and just people are going to have a lot of sense of secureness, and then you're going to see markets flourish, which we've already seen markets are primed, and I think we're going to blow through some of these targets. I absolutely think we're going to blow through our targets, but right now I can't calculate that. I don't have the data, but I can say We'll talk about Bitcoins tomorrow. But before I close all of that, I do want to remind you guys all that it's important. It's really, really important that you know your limits and what you should be doing, because you guys can get in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Just over trading. So please be aware. I mean, these spikes can be huge and mean absolutely nothing in the long-term picture. It just happens. And they look at how big the spike is, from 10 cents all the way down. Actually, this is reversed. 3 cents. It's like a 3-cent spike on this daily chart. For a 10-cent price, what is that? 30%, losing 30% in just one day, and then come right back up to the very top to 9 cents. Gosh. So that's even different. 13 to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a 4-cent difference right there. And then only to continue all the way up to what? Way over here, 4 cents. So another good percentage. And this is reversed, inverted, of course. I was just using this as an example to show you how spikes work, and they can really take your money. So when we come up to these times, and we'll talk more again about week 33, and I'll mention some of this again tomorrow. But when we come to these times, maybe it's a good idea for some of you to have a portion, if you're leverage trading only, to finally buckle down, get an exchange, and get some XRP that you're just holding for activation, for long term, stuff you're not touching, stuff you're not actively trading. I have a portion of XRP that I do not use for trading, and if I lose all my trading money tomorrow, I'm still going to be okay with the activation of XRP, because I have enough XRP that I'm not touching. I just have it in cold storage. So bear in mind those things, and I'm glad. I'm sorry I took this time to really tell you guys this, but I really want to share with you all this. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in with me today to watch my analysis on XDC, XLM, Bitcoin, and XRP. Please, if you haven't joined me yet, go ahead and join me on my Patreon site. I would love to send you those exclusive charts, like the crude oil. We can be putting up a lot of charts there. I will do a special request, and I will do special requests, and as we're expanding so much, you guys can message me privately and say, hey, can you do such and such map, and I will do that, or I'll cover it in a video. But if you want up-to-date updates, I don't have time to always be making a YouTube video for everyone. It takes a little bit to upload it, and it's also to edit it. It takes time. So if you really want to be a member, I would love to. I'm able to just quickly take a screenshot. Hey, I see this. Or record a quick audio on my phone if I'm on the go. Hey guys, this is what I see. And then I'm able to upload it quickly, and you can quickly get a notification of what I am seeing with everything. And if you want those notifications for XRP, join our community chart room, and you can join it absolutely free. Just download the Telegram app. The link is in the description of this video. And before I do that, I wanted to leave you with this very special scripture. Today's verse comes from Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then he shall speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. And yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, thou art my son. This day I have begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. We have the Lord that has put everything under the Son's power. Jesus Christ is the true King, the King of Kings, and the Lord of Lords. He's the one who paid for your sins at the cross, and he's the one seated at the right hand of the Father. He loves you, and everything in this earth belongs to him. The people will make all kinds of excuses on why they'll never turn to the Lord. The people will always say all kinds of things and even curse God to his name. But it doesn't change the fact that everything, we know how the story ends, and that everything belongs to him. So friends, put your faith and trust in the true King. For wealth and money and everything, it cannot buy eternity. You naked you came, and naked you will go when you die. From dust we came, and from dust we shall return. All the money in the world won't matter anything if you lose your own soul. Friends, remember to turn your hearts to Jesus. He loves you. He cares about you. You make him the Lord of your life. Turn back to the Lord, and he'll forgive you. It doesn't matter what you did. Friends, turn back to the Lord, and he offers that gift for you. Thanks for spending time with me, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.